Lonzo Ball ready to play? Something that has kind of gone under the radar is Lonzo Ball might play basketball again real soon. The last time we saw Lonzo, the Chicago Bulls looked completely different. It's been years since he's played. When I say years, it's been 2 years since he's played. He didn't play last year or the year prior. So if he didn't play this season for whatever reason, that would be 3 years since we've seen Lonzo play. However, like I said, there has been great news that it sounds like Lonzo's going to play really soon. Now, I did see an article that he's likely going to sit out the next preseason game, which is Saturday, which is a little sad because we heard some news that he might play earlier in the week. And so now it's been reported that he probably won't play, but he practiced. He had a full practice, supposedly. So, like, progress is good. He's practicing fully, and that means that we should see him real soon. Unfortunately for Lonzo, and this is not his fault, but because he was out so long and the team didn't have much success without him, they made a lot of roster changes and basically started rebuilding. And I know Zach LaVine is still on the roster and so is Vucevic, so I guess that's a little disrespectful to say that it's a complete rebuild, but at the same time, there have been so many reports that they're trying to trade Zach LaVine and they can't get a deal done. So to be fair, they are really trying to make it a rebuild. Because you traded for Josh Giddey, who is very young, because I know it's been a long time, but that team, when Lonzo was healthy, they really looked like, I'm not going to say they were going to win the championship. That's not what I'm saying. But they looked like a competitive playoff team. It was night and day when he went out, like completely different. And so while Lonzo actually, I guess at this point, he's probably like 26. So like he's in his prime, but he's not exactly in rebuild mode per se, like per his age, I guess. But like at the same time, he hasn't played in some time. So it's kind of hard to say that. And of course, it's going to take him some time to get back, where he was. But the thing is, to me, and this is going to be very interesting for Chicago, is what do you do about him and Kobe White? Because it really was looking like Lonzo was the point guard of the future. Everything was clicking. Like I said, that team was looking really good. And Lonzo still has that skill set, of course. Like, he was drafted number 2 overall. But the problem is, Kobe White, if you watched him last year, had a major breakout season. He was very, very good. And of course, Chicago saw what he did. And I believe he finished second in most improved. So like, that just tells you. But he plays point guard just like Lonzo. And while Lonzo is definitely pass first, like, it's not that he wouldn't share the ball with Kobe. But when you have Kobe, playing the way that he did and developing the way that he did, you kind of want to run the offense through Kobe and, keep letting him grow and get a lot of touches and not necessarily, no offense to Lonzo, like have Lonzo run the point. Not because Lonzo isn't good. So please don't take what I'm saying as Lonzo doesn't deserve to be out there. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that Lonzo at this stage in his career, like I said, it's kind of hard just because he was out so long. But it's like in his absence, Kobe White took off. And if Chicago is trying to rebuild, are you still, making Lonzo your point guard of the future? Or are you trying to do Kobe White? Like, this is the dilemma they're going to have. And it's a good dilemma to have 2 point guards who have, well, Lonzo was, really good before he got hurt. And then Kobe White having his breakout season. So you have 2 point guards with potential, to be very good. You'd rather have a plethora of talent than none. So again, it's a good problem to have in the sense that, they have 2 point guards on the team who can be very good. But again, it's the issue of what direction are you going to go in? But Lonzo obviously was playing very well and Kobe White had not broken out yet. So there wasn't any, issue at that time. And like I said, because Lonzo is only like 26, it makes it even harder because it's not like Lonzo is like 32. And while 32 is still like a prime nowadays, like people are still in their prime at 32. However, if he was like, an older player, it would be more of an easier decision, even if he was still really good, because the Bulls would be like, well, we just picked up Josh Giddey, and we have a younger team, so we're probably going to move in the younger direction. But he's still young too, so he is also kind of part of that direction, which is why I said he's kind of past the rebuild mode, but at the same time not. It's like he's in that weird in-between because of his injury. So that's why I'm saying, like, they're going to have decisions they're going to have to make. And I'm not saying they can't play alongside each other. Like I said, Lonzo is pass first. He's not selfish. Like, he will get others involved. And I don't think, Kobe White's going to have a problem getting touches. It's just, like, different when you are, having the offense run through you. You're handling the ball all the time. You're the point guard. I guess he still would be the number one scoring option in a way. Like, I don't know if you count Vucevic as the number one scoring option. I know Zach LaVine is still there, but they're really trying to move Zach LaVine, so I'm just taking him out of the picture for a minute. It's just different when you're the sole point guard, if that makes sense. So I am really happy that Lonzo is healthy and he's going to return. I'm really excited to see him play. Like, I'm happy that he's healthy. So I can't wait to see him play. I don't know if he's going to play in any of the preseason games again because I think they're going to be, cautious. I would hope that he's going to play if he's ready opening night. Like, that would be exciting. So hooray for Lonzo. He's healthy. Woohoo!